Hello students, I am Harish Prajapati, your science teacher, and I welcome you to the online studying process. I request you to pay the maximum attention throughout the lecture and take advantage of it. Take a note and pen and also note down the important points. So let's start.
Now there is another page of Omana's diary. Look here, there is another page of Omana's diary. Look here, you can read the date. It is the same date, that is 17th May. Okay, you can see here the time, that is 8:30. The time is of 8:30. She had written the first page on 7:30. Now this is 8:30. Okay, look here. Let us see what does Omana write. Later, I was sitting near the window with my eyes closed. Okay, even you might have done it in while when you are in journey in luxury bus or whatever. Okay, for example, if you are visiting somewhere else, okay, if you are going somewhere else and you have a seat that is near to window, then you might have done this. You just sit in your seat and you just close your eyes, you enjoy the journey. Okay, that is what Omana was doing there. She was sitting with her eyes closed. Suddenly the sound of the moving train changed. Okay, what happened? Suddenly the sound of moving train changed. And what was that sound? That was khud 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 khud. You might have heard the sound whenever the train is passing on some bridge. Then and then this kind of sound would be there. Now look what happens. Normally the tracks of the train are on the ground. Okay, so the train while moving will not make so much of sound, but when this track are on bridge, okay, there is no ground there, they are on the bridge. Okay, like this bridges are there. Okay, and near there would be river or something else. Okay, then there will be no ground here, so it will make so much of noise. Okay, let us see which kind of noise is there. Let us see one video. Okay, look here. Right now the train is passing on the ground, so you can hear no sound there. Now look here, some river is there. Look here, now you are able to hear the sound of the train, khud 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 khud. Now look, the sound has increased. Look here, some bars of bridge you are able to see. So now the train is passing through that bridge. Okay, suddenly the sound has increased or not? Yes, hope you are able to uh, hear that sound of khud 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 khud. Okay, now the bridge is about to end. The river has now, look, once again the train is on the ground, so the sound is vanished. Hope you are able to hear it. Okay, hope you understood it. Okay, so now let us come to content once again. Okay, let us say, so this was the sound there. I opened my eyes. Omana opened her eyes, okay, because of that sound. Guess what I saw? So she is making some suspense. Okay, she is trying to create some suspense. She is asking her, guess what I saw? Our train was crossing a very big river. Okay, the train was crossing a big river on a very long bridge. There was a bridge and it was constructed over a big river, so the train was crossing that river. Okay, as like we have seen in last video. Okay, as it was crossing the bridge, it sounded very different. The sound of the train was very different there. The wheels rattled as there was no ground, only the track and the water down below. Look what happened. The wheels rattled. Okay, rattled means that noise. Okay, they created that noise. Khud 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 khud. Okay, why they were creating that noise? Because there was no ground below the track. Okay, why there was no ground? Because the track was on the bridge that was constructed over river, so there was no ground. Okay, and that is why there was some sound. Let us read it once again. The wheels rattled as there was no ground, so wheels made that noise. Rattled means they made that noise. Okay, only the tracks, there was no ground, there was only tracks and water down below, and there was water down below in the river. When I first looked down, when she tried to look down, I felt giddy. What is meaning of giddy? Okay, whenever we see something and we feel some dizziness. Okay, what is dizziness? For example, we look at something and some kind of बोलते हैं ना जिसे हिंदी में कि चक्कर आना या ऐसा कुछ, that is called dizziness. Okay, or giddiness. So she felt some giddy. It was really quite scary. Now look, she was afraid of that. That was scary experience for her. Okay, because there was no ground. Okay, too much height was there, so she may get scary. The river down below was full of water and had some boats also in that river. There were some boats also in that river, and there was only water. There was no ground. The bridge was constructed at some height, so it is obvious that someone may get scary by it. Okay. I could also see some fishermen. There were some fishermen in that river. Okay. So there were some fishermen. Now let us see next. This is video. Now on the bank there were some fishermen on the bank of that river. I waved at them. Okay, even you might have done that whenever you are passing from somewhere, and if you are in a bus, then you wave to the people outside that bus, the people there on the station. Okay, that is obvious. Children do this kind of things. So she waved at them, but I did not know if they could see me. Okay, she waved from the train, but she was not sure that the fishermen see them. Okay, fishermen see her alongside our bridge. Okay, means in the parallel. If this is the track of railway, then in parallel there was another bridge, and that bridge was like this for vehicles to pass. Okay, there were two types of bridge. One is like this for railway track, here only railway was passing through. Other bridge was like this, here the some vehicles were passing. Okay, it is called alongside. So alongside our bridge there was another bridge for buses and cars. Look here in this picture you are able to see another bridge. So in this bridge the buses and cars were there. Okay, this was built differently from our. Okay, there were two bridges, but the bridges were built differently. Look here, you can see here in this mostly the iron is used here. Okay, now this bridge is made up of cement. Okay, so they were different. Okay, because this bridge is purposed for having or to pass the train, this bridge is for the purpose of to pass the vehicles. Okay, so they were differently made. Okay, I think going over our bridge was more adventurous. Okay, look, she felt is adventurous. Okay, she enjoyed it. Okay, now let us see some questions. Have you ever seen any bridges? Where? So if you have seen any bridge, then you can write down here. For example, you can say yes, when I was traveling in the railway to my grandparents house, I have seen some bridges. Okay, and if you don't have seen it, then you can write no, I haven't seen any bridges. Have you ever crossed a bridge? Where? Yes, I have crossed a bridge when I was traveling to my grandparents house. For example, you can write that. Okay, and if you haven't, then you can say no, I have not crossed any bridge. What was the bridge built over? Normally the bridge, maybe you can say that the bridge was built over a river. What did you see below the bridge? Okay, if it is built over river, then you can write down I have seen or I saw some boats, water, fishermen in below the bridge. Find out why bridges are made. So that is obvious, easy. Bridges are made to cross over the rivers. Okay, because the train cannot pass through the river. Okay, so there are some bridges they are made. For example, if this is the river. Okay, now if you are supposed to cross this river, then the train cannot cross it directly, so some kind of bridge is made like this. Okay, some bridge is made over it, so the railway can pass through that bridge. Okay, hope you are getting it. Okay, so this is the end of this let us say session. Okay, the chapter is not till over, but this is the end of this session. Hope you enjoyed it.